Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Where are you, Pat? Well, I'm at my desk. We're gearing up for some live productions in the studios. And I didn't feel like moving the video switcher. It's kind of delicate. Even though they say this thing is portable, it is not portable. We got it set up, tuned up. We just got to keep it smooth until we do the live production. So I don't want to fool with it. So I'm going to shoot at my desk here. So that's why we have a different looking set here. But if you remember the radio days, we used to shoot at the station with the Advocate. We used to do the show there. And I did a couple of shows in the old days at my desk in the old Jersey City studio. But let's get to the news. Last week was elections in North Bergen and West New York. Those was snooze fest. There was no surprise at all with the huge landslide win of Mayor Nicholas Sacco and his team in North Bergen. There was no surprise. I think he finished with 73% of the vote. I had him pegged at 75, so you never know. Could be some more votes coming in. Maybe I do hit it on the number there. I think John Hines from our show, Hudson County View Live, I think John had it at 73%. I think he hit it right on the number. In West New York, Congressman Albio Series, the former mayor of West New York, he has been reelected. He is going to be, again, after an 11-year absence or so, he will be the mayor of West New York. He'll be sworn in by Governor Murphy, I guess in June. His one was impressive, 2-1, where Sacco was like 3-1. The only thing that was odd there is Cosmo Crillo. He has been a commissioner in West New York for over 8 years. He's done a good job for West New York. He's one of the real good people in Hudson County, and I was very surprised he didn't finish in that top 5 slot. But that just shows the enormous popularity of Albio Series in West New York. So congratulations to everybody from the North Bergen Team Sacco to Team Albio Series in West New York. Let's have a good next 4 years. I don't think you can do better in North Bergen than Mayor Sacco has done. Whatever, Albio, you want a little tip here? Whatever Nick Sacco does today, you do tomorrow, and you will be a successful mayor again in West New York. All right, let's break for commercial. You're going to be watching the City Show when I get back. Good job there, right? Let's break for commercial. You're watching the City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our Telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we. So don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. Not used to being on this set. I screwed up my own opening to the show. But my ever-present coffee. Don't forget, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget our live stream Vimeo. We archive all our shows there, which was a surprise to our lead editor, Garrett, there. So he'll be loading up some shows. And don't forget the website, all that good stuff you see on the bottom of the screen. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about in Jersey City, they're proposing 5 years of taxes increases, 2% each year. And we're going to talk about the controversy that still swirls around pool fees and summer camp fees in Jersey City. All right, what's being proposed here is just 2% every year for 5 years, because we're looking to close our budget gap here. what that means is 2% actually becomes a 10% increase. This is really a kick in the can down the road here. For the average person, you're probably looking at $1,000 to $1,200 increase after 5 years after you get to 10%, depending on what your taxes are. That's a lot of money, $1,000 or $1,200. And that's it if it stays at 2%. I know somebody's going to say, well, I pay more than that. You could be looking at 16, 18, whatever it is, whatever 10% of your present tax bill is, that's what you're going to be paying. See, the problem with this, and it's always pitched this way, it's only 2%. It's not much, it's only 2%. But after 5 years, it's 10%. And when you add that 2% to every other, only 1%. It's only 1% for the art fund. It's only 1% for the open space tax. It's only 1% for whatever. And don't forget, it's never 1% with the school tax. You're going to get banged over the head with the schools. We need to look. We're going to talk about affordability here in Jersey City. There's 1%, 2%, 3% deal. It all adds up to a very big tax that you have to pay. And when we keep talking about affordable housing in Jersey City, the first expense you have to every house is your property taxes. And then it runs the gambit after that, from insurances to upkeep to heat, light, and power, all that sort of thing. First one is property taxes. And that consists of, it's not all the city. That the city, this year, is 2% over 5 years, or 2% a year for 5 years is the city. The school, they're hitting you every year. And the county, depending on the formula, you can get hit there also. Plus whatever fee increases occur here. We're talking about with the RTC, right to counsel, if you've seen the show. That's 1.5% fee on all new construction. If you're going to buy a new house in Jersey City, you're looking at $800,000 easy. Put 1.5% on top of that. And it amazes me how people keep saying, well, it's not the buyer. The builder will pay the 1.5%. Well, what do you think the builder's going to do? Stick that in his pocket? I'll swallow the $12,000. No. It's going to be passed along into the sale price. And it's 2.5 on commercial. Even if you're adding a new floor on your house, you're going to pay 1.5. And if commercial, more than that. All these 1.5, 2%, 1% on open space, the school board, all that adds up to a big hammer on your head. And we keep preaching this affordable. Oh, we got to do affordable housing. First of all, as I said in last week's show, I don't know who's entitled to the affordable housing. Who's eligible to this? Are we building affordable houses for people who don't live here? What the hell's the sense of that? But that's what we do. All this affordable housing, it isn't like Jersey City people are moving west side over Newport or something like that. No. This is people who aren't from Jersey City coming to take advantage of all the effort of the people of Jersey City, all the taxpayers, all the money that is generated from the taxpayers and the developers and the commercial businesses to attract people who don't live here. And that causes more city expenses, more drain on the city services. Brings me back to the affordable buzzword. Oh, it's affordable housing. We're going to have affordable housing. You can't if you don't have an affordable city. Simple. If we keep jacking up every tax, and listen, I respect everything Mayor Fulop has done in his 10 years here as mayor now. There were no huge tax increases outside of the very first year. I think he jacked it 8%. After that, there was no tax. He covered increases from the school board. It's gotten to the point Mayor Fulop can't cover it, so he has to raise the taxes. Now, again, 2% isn't bad. But when you look at it with every other 2%, 1%, hot potato, 2 potato kind of deal here, it starts to add up. In Jersey City, I think the taxes went up around 30, 33% over the last 2 years. Now, not to the fault of Mayor Fulop, a lot of that predominantly is the school tax. You can't have affordable housing. You can't have affordability if the city isn't affordable. And I've said this on other shows. Somehow we need to sit down. Maybe Joyce Waterman and the council put an ad hoc committee together and say, how the hell do we make this more affordable? We're going to go through the budget. Let's go through the budget. And how can we make the city more affordable? At least Make people who are paying for certain services, who are using the services, pay for those services. Not this one brush that paints everybody with the same tax increases. It's not fair. If you're using this a particular city service, you should pay more. If I'm not using it, why should I pay more? All right, let's get ready to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. When we get back, we'll continue on the affordability of Jersey City. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, certified parts and service located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here, City Show. We're talking about affordability here in Jersey City, which we don't get a handle on this. There isn't going to be any. Without these tax hikes, we're like the number 1, number 2 highest rental city in the United States, where it's either us or Hoboken. These increases aren't going to help that. 33% over 2 years isn't going to help that. We are just not affordable. We need to seriously look and figure how can we get a real handle on the city's expenses. The city just introduced a preliminary $698 million budget. The Jersey City Board of Ed introduced a $1 billion plus one. We're right now, even with that 698, we're looking at we're approximately like $60 million in the hole. What can be done? Well, our biggest expense is fire, police, and the pensions. I'm not the guy that can figure. You really need a financial person to figure out how can we get a handle on it. I remember calls at City Hall saying 75% of the budget, police and fire and pensions. We got to get a handle on that, or we're all going to have to leave the city. We won't be able to afford to live here. The city needs some sort of long-term solution direction to the police, the fire, and the pension situation here in Jersey City. I'm not the guy that can figure this out, but it's got to be. We have to start figuring something out. I don't know if it's a case where when we're talking fire and law enforcement, maybe we have to involve the feds and the state and the county and the municipalities to try to get some sort of a cap on it. We got to figure out something with the pensions, because that keeps eating at it. I don't know if it's something we can do with the state pension program, the feds, tie in with Social Security somehow. Investments, sound investments. If I was Jersey City, I think I would have invested in the real estate in Jersey City over the last 20 years or so. You got to come up with something. Another big expense in Jersey City is the health benefits. We need to shop that. Other municipalities are shopping that. I sent numerous articles to Mayor Fuller about what Newark was doing. I think it was Camden was doing it. There were other municipalities, Patterson. They were getting out of the state program and going on their own. And this was a conversation that's been had. We've had this conversation back to the Cunningham days. That you need to get a handle on. If we don't, those two aspects and the school budget, those two and the school, that's 3. We need police, fire, pension, and the school. We need to come up with some long-term solutions on how to control that expense. Right now, we don't have any. And if we don't come up with some, we're not going to be able, none of us are going to be able to afford to live here. So you need somebody smarter than I am. Maybe I mentioned Cunningham when I was talking about the pension. 75% of the budget is police, fire, and the pensions. Maybe do a Sheldon Cooper here. If you remember the episode where he reset himself, goes back before he met Penny and everybody. Maybe we need to do something similar to that. Maybe we go back and look 20 years ago. What were we doing in 2003 when we had a budget at that time of $324 million that Mayor Cunningham was like, it's ridiculous, and it was for the time. We need to figure out what happened over the last 20 years. That is, as you know, our budget has gone up almost $20 million a year since 2003. Yeah, last year it was $724 million. We're probably finishing somewhere in that after the preliminary budget is introduced. You know, we can't keep going up $20 million a year. What changes in the expenses are there now than from 2003? Did we create new departments? Yes, we did. Did we create new expenses in the city? Yes, we did. Do we need those new departments and new expenses in the city? Probably not. But these are the things we need to look at. The answers to the present may be in the past, how we handle things in the past. You know, maybe we get off course because we keep looking at things. Well, it's only, you know, a penny here, 2% there, 3% there. You know, that salary is only $240 a year, and we'll have this department, and it'll have an annual budget of $4 million a year. Maybe we go back and look at these things. What we added, what changes we made, and were they for the better? Again, let's go back and look at 2003 with the $300 million budget. Here we are 20 years later, we're looking at $724 million. And we're looking, we're in a hole. And we're looking at, a $60 million budget hole. And we're talking about increasing taxes every year for 5 years. So maybe we look at what we added over the 20 years. Do we really need these things? Is there something we can learn from the actions of the previous administration? Again, I'm not knocking Fuller. But there may be answers in the past as to how we can address the future here, because as it is right now, there is no affordability in Jersey City. Even if we develop affordable housing, you're not going to be able to afford to live in this city. That's like I said before, it's like putting affordable housing in downtown. I guess somebody's got a break. He's making $60,000 a year and he's got an affordable housing unit down there. Well, he can't afford anything down here. It's like a prisoner down here. He can't afford to get a bagel down there or coffee or go out for dinner down there because it's all too expensive, because everything is driven by the property taxes, and the values of the properties are far more in downtown Jersey City than up in the Heights, as you remember from the last revow, where people's taxes went up like $40,000 a year. Now, not that I have a lot of sympathy, because these people knew for 28 years we didn't do a revow. That house that was that brownstone I bought for $80,000 28 years before that is worth like $5 million now. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. As I said, if we can't get a handle on the expenses of this city to make it some modium of affordable, it's not sustainable that we just keep going up every year. Really, an ad hoc committee, some sort of team has got to be put together and figure out what can we do, what did we do before, how can we apply it today. But speaking of kicking the can down the road, pool fees in Jersey City. Now, our pools, I know these are brand new. You know, the Pavonia pool, I swam in as a kid. We didn't call it Pavonia. We should call it municipal. There was a municipal pool. That's what us kids called it. And we went out there. There were two pools back then. Now there's only one. For that matter, you should get there and clean it up a bit. It looks like Jurassic Park there with all the overgrown vegetation. Those pools are well paid for. The property is paid for. We're talking about Green Acre money. I don't know what Green Acre money is involved. The only thing Green Acre involved in the Pavonia pool, where, you know, from Dogpatch, other side of the tracks on Newark Avenue, is maybe the television show Green Acres was on when I was swimming in that pool as a kid. The wisdom of, I would say the wisdom of Solomon here, but James Solomon voted against this. The wisdom is we're not going to charge the kids now. We're going to charge the parents to go in. Kids are going to go free. Parents have to pay. But wasn't the whole thing, well, there's a lot of outsiders coming in and going in the pool. Are we going to proof the kids? So I always thought the outsider thing was BS. I think a lot of this with the pools is BS. But now the kids are going to go free, but mom's got to pay. Well, maybe mom can't afford to pay. You would think we'd want mom at the pool watching her kids and not dropping them off and making the city the babysitter. Now, we have to have personnel there, lifeguards and all that anyway. Mom normally would be in there. I will submit this. When I was a kid, we just went there. We brought our towel. There was a bunch of us would, you know, go through the tracks up Newark Avenue, go down Broadway, cut over, go to the Pavonia pool. And we were, 7 years old. But you were able to do that back then. All this fee talk is a lot of BS. These pools are paid for. I don't know what Green Acre money is involved. Are we using it for payroll? I don't know. What I do know is I need my city council to stand up and say, ain't gonna happen. We're not charging kids. Now, it's only for this year, by the way. No kids, we're going to charge parents next year. Pooh, BS. They go free. When I'm looking at a city with a $690 million a year budget, which is sort of ballooned from that, we'll probably come in again around 724, 725. We're not going to balance that by charging 10-year-olds or mom $3 to go in the pool. Those pools were free with the exception of Persian Field. Persian Field always had a fee. And I've been doing this now since the 90s. I remember back in the old Jersey City talking radio show that we had on 1430 WJDM, WNJR. WJDM was my wrestling days. We talked about the problem with charging fees then for the Persian Field. And it was a lot, the mindset was, well, I think they're charging to keep the riffraff out of the pool. Is that what we're doing? Is this a riffraff thing? Yeah, we're going to try to, charge all the kids? Now, that didn't go too well, but we're still going to be uncooperative and charge mom and dad to go in the pool. The same people have been paying the property taxes or rents, whatever the case is, or whatever fees, whatever it is in Jersey City we have to pay, they've been paying. You'd think you get something, but not in this city. I need Joyce Waterman, Dan Rivera, Richie Borgiano, Denise Ridley, who went out. Denise, I'll give Denise credit. She went out and tried to offset some of these expenses with some sort of a deal to put a billboard on Route 440, one of those digital billboards, and they're going to donate $25,000 a year. I think for 10, 20 years, something like that. And that money could go towards covering the expenses for the kids. Well, here's the problem. There shouldn't be any expense. That's part of the recreation department, which is part of the friggin' budget. Why am I going now? Again, how did we handle this 20 years ago? Maybe we should look at that. I know, I'm not going to say we should go back and look at how we handled when I was a kid that these pools were free, but maybe we need to look at the past. How did Glenn Cunningham handle that in his council? Again, Fulop, he's up against a wall here trying to figure out how to balance this out, and the rec department is saying, oh, we need these fees. And the summer camps were free. They were paid by the tax dollars, the property taxes here. It was one of the few things you got back. Now they want like $150, $200 a year. You got 3 kids? That's tough. You got a single mom working a butt off, 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs, and the city wants to dig into our pop. We have to stop digging into the pocket of mom and dad here, mom and pop. I'm surprised there's any room because there's so many hands of the city in the pockets already. Again, I don't want to, every time I say city, I don't want to sound like I'm knocking the present administration here. We got a problem with the Jersey City Board of Ed that, 30-some-odd% increase in our taxes in the last 2 years. We have to try to make this city affordable and reasonable for the families here in Jersey City. And charging $3 for the kids or pop or summer camp that has traditionally been free for as long as we've been in Jersey City is not making this any more affordable. Again, I need Joyce, I need that city council to stand up and say, ain't gonna happen. We gotta look at how we can make this city affordable. Let's skip the spinning wheel whims here, as Tony Stark would say, and let's concentrate on the basics. Let's concentrate. Look at this as a kitchen table. Let's concentrate on kitchen table issues. What is affecting the people of Jersey City? That's how we have to look at this budget. How does it affect mom, pop, and those 2 or 3 kids? That's who we deserve to work for. And they deserve all the effort from the mayor, the administration, and this council to try to make this city affordable so we're not chasing these people out of the city. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.